what's up, guys? We are Chop Anime, 3 of the almighty Chop Anime. We're back to chop up another anime with you. Tokyo Revengers, the finale. And there was violence, violence, and more violence. This show, man, I'm telling you, it escalated very quickly. This episode, I did not expect to see what happened take place from the beginning to the end. Actually, I predicted that they were going to name Takemichi to the replacement for Baji. That was kind of predictable.
Yeah.
I did not expect whatever happened when he went back to the future to take place at all. That was a complete shock. The episode made me, I guess, curious for the next season, but I kind of want to. The only gripe I have with this season is it kind of still didn't give you any information about Kisaki. Kisaki is still this big mystery. Even a bigger mystery now, and we're going to get to that at the end. I mean, I'm going to get to the question of why he's even a bigger mystery. But what do you guys think of the episode? Any thoughts?
It's crazy that that one turning point, Takemichi giving that speech and preventing Mikey from killing Kazutora was the thing that turned into the future where Takemichi became one of the upper echelon of Tomon. It was just that one moment, and from there on, when he became the first division captain, that led him to becoming one of the bosses. He had people bowing to him. That's kind of crazy. So now Takemichi is at a point in the past where he knows that he has the capability of becoming that upper echelon leader. So now all he has to do, so he must have grown. That's a lot of growth there, which is also kind of weird because he hasn't actually the time traveler version of him hasn't gone through any of that growth. So when he goes back when he goes forward into the future, he's just like that still scared little weak person. He's not that upper echelon boss that he transformed into, which is weird. To have all that growth, he needs to go back and actually experience it. So, things are going to get very interesting, I think, for the next season when he goes back into the past and he starts changing things and how they start making changes in all like the gangs and the upper echelon. What he has to make sure doesn't happen is he doesn't lose the position or lose the power that he got with this future, because he can also mess up the future now too. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Like Jose said, I thought the same thing. Where in the future, I did not expect him to be a big baller, Takemichi. I thought he's gonna go back to somewhat normalish life, maybe see Hina for a little longer, and then she would die again. And there would be a cliffhanger of some sort that would end the season and make you want to see the season 2. But yeah, man. But I did not expect the ending though. That ending was wild. I thought they were just gonna talk about some business, call somebody some rats, call it a day, leave on the cliffhanger like, oh man, who's the rat? But nah, they said guns out.
Blammers. When you put the blammers off.
I figured he spiked the drink because they were giving attention to that drink too in the episode.
That's such like a film trope, like the drink, and then they focus on the drink.
Right.
Yeah,
then I just switch them around and be like, yeah, buddy. Said 2 of us going down. Who's it going to be?
I feel like they trusted Kisaki way too easily.
Yeah.
12 years later, you just out of nowhere apologize. After they suspect a rat or whatever in their group. And you this dude, you never trusted him for 12 years. You've been suspecting him of being evil or a double crosser and a manipulator. And he manipulates you just with an apology for killing. He confesses to killing your friend. I was just like, these guys are. But I expected that from Takemichi. Takemichi's dumb.
Yeah, he is.
For you, I thought he was smarter, but I guess he's a dummy as well. So
I mean, Mayor did say he didn't go through all that growth, big fella. He's still
Yeah.
middle school Takemichi.
Yeah.
or loser Takemichi,
Yeah.
right? Like he's still loser Takemichi.
yeah.
Chifuyu is mad loyal though until
Hey.
the end. So we know he's gonna be a great partner for Takamichi when he goes back into the past.
Mhm.
And we know this dude's ready to, like die for the cause, and he stayed loyal to Takamichi the entire time. So that's gonna be a great duo that starts showing up in this next season.
So I have a question. What do you guys think happened to Mikey? Because they explained that Mikey just disappeared. Dragon died and Mikey disappeared. I'm not sure if they said Mikey disappeared 5 years ago. I don't know if they put a time limit on it, but I don't know why I'm thinking that.
They did say it was quite some while, and they were joking like, "Oh yeah, Mikey about to come out of wherever to come see your ass." They're like, "Nah."
So yeah, like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think happened to him?
It would have to deal with the OG Tokyo Manja gang. Something happened between them that Mikey probably felt like either he messed it up or something in that regard. So he thought that he had to self-exile and just left the gang. It could just be that maybe he got Draken killed somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could definitely see Mikey leaving the gang if that's your right-hand man,
Yeah, it's true. And Dragon did get executed somehow still. So, I mean, no doubt, Kisaki definitely has a part to play in this. Like, I have no doubt about that. Somehow it's because of Kisaki, but how it exactly happened, what exactly happened, I have no idea.
Yeah. I think what Amoya said is probably the best guess that we could come up with right now. Well, two things. It has something to do with Kisaki, of course, and detail-wise, guilt or something involving Dragon's execution probably would drive him to like disappear and go into exile. So that's a good guess. What do you guys think Kisaki meant when he called Takemichi his hero before he shot him?
You read my mind. That's literally what I was gonna say too, man.
That was
weird.
That was the saving grace of the blowing, like, because I was still upset, like, we still know nothing about this guy, but I was like, crap, I really want to know what the heck he means by that. So I really want to see season 2. Like, I have so many questions, and now I'm like, we really don't know who the heck Kisaki is. Like,
yeah,
he asked him, like, what are you? And then he said, my hero, and then he shot him. So I'm like, I think he knows that this guy isn't done. He knows Takemichi got powers, bro.
Yeah.
I think he has to. Because if you didn't have powers, how can you checkmate him every time he tries to change the future?
So I actually think that Kisaki probably doesn't have powers. So I actually changed my stance on that. Yeah. So we can't forget about that one scene where one of the first times Takemichi goes back into the future where he sees his best friend commit suicide. Kisaki was there listening. Right? We saw that scene. We don't actually know if he heard the conversation, but regardless, his friend suspected that he could time travel. Where did that suspicion come from? Right? If his friend suspected it, there's no way Kisaki has not suspected it. Kisaki, that's why I think Kisaki definitely knows something up about time travel. At least someone does. That's not a theory that you can just randomly come up with, right? There's something else going on in the background that we don't know about. Now, if Kisaki also had powers, I feel like he would have been done with this situation already. He wouldn't let Takemichi, because Takemichi is so dumb. Yeah, he would have already gotten rid of this as soon as he suspected that Takemichi had any sorts of powers or whatever. Especially now that he said that Takemichi was his hero or whatever. That's kind of like, I don't know what that means, but I feel like he doesn't see him as an enemy exactly. One thing about the hero thing is that I don't know who it was, but someone mentioned that Kisaki saw Mikey as his hero. at one point when Takamichi was talking to somebody, but now he sees Takamichi as a hero. So what changed there? You know, why did he look up to Mikey in the first place? Maybe that's the same reason why he's looking up to Takamichi. I don't know. It could just be that he looks up to the quality that people follow them without being manipulated. He likes how people follow Mikey without being manipulated, and people follow Takamichi without being manipulated. That could be it. Well, whereas Kisaki has to manipulate people to follow him. But
that's a good point. Kisaki has to go through all these strings that he has to pull and all these backdoor deals. And he knows that his loyalty that he has garnered isn't legitimate. A lot of it is probably bribes or you know, all types of crazy stuff. So right, he could be jealous or just have extreme admiration for Takemichi and Mikey's ability to get people to just come together for them for a cause and just change their mind. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good theory. That's a good
maybe
theory.
that's also why Kisaki seems bent on killing people that like are following that are like really loyal. Maybe that's why he's killing. He wanted to get rid of Baji. Maybe that's why he wanted to. I mean, it was like a side effect. Maybe that's why he wanted to get rid of Takamichi back in another timeline, and also he wanted to get rid of Takamichi's girlfriend. I don't know. Maybe it's a possibility, but yeah.
You know, some people, or not some people, but some characters, especially in movies and animes, like you know, the admiration becomes a obsession, and I could definitely see Kisaki being one of those people. Like Mayor said, he's so hell-bent on like why people follow him. He like is so obsessed with it, he just like tries to destroy everything that tries to, you know, makes them leaders. I feel like that might have what happened with Mikey. Like somehow he messed up Mikey being a leader, so Mikey felt like maybe he had to leave.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And that could include, you know, Mikey somehow not being able to save Draken from dying. But they've been doing a good job with this show, man. They keep us guessing.
They do.
They do, yeah.
They definitely keep you guessing, which is frustrating, but it also keeps you around at the same time.